Thanks to all of you for being here today. Thanks to the Pro Bono Institute for setting us up in this wonderful facility. Even though I'm an old Washington hand, I have never before been to the Gaylord, and it's really a very, very nice spot. So thank you, PBI. So thanks again, Marcus and Eve, for your kind remarks, and to the PBI for honoring both me and Freddie Mac's legal division with the 2019 Laurie D. Zelon Pro Bono Award. We're humbled to join the illustrious group of prior awardees, and we're proud to continue Justice Zelon's commitment to access to justice. Our American system of self-governance and our concepts of civil and human rights rest on a core principle that everyone within our society has equal protection under the law. That principle is an honorable ideal of a great civilization in which people can live, flourish, and pursue and realize their dreams within our vibrant, democratic economic system in egalitarian participatory democracy. Such opportunities exist when our communities have the resources necessary to attain equal protection. But the reality is that not everyone has access to those resources, which means that our justice system often does not deliver results in a fair, even-handed way. And as we are all keenly aware, people who lack effective legal representation are severely disadvantaged in our courts and in their dealings with more sophisticated folks who do have access to legal advice, like landlords, like merchants, and institutions of all types and sizes. So with that backdrop, I'd like to take a few minutes to share my thoughts about how Freddie Mac walks the walk on increasing fairness in our justice system. As the new guy at Freddie Mac, I've been there only about 10 months, it's particularly imperative upon me to describe the efforts of our team, who are really the deserving recipients of this award. As Marcus pointed out, it started over 25 years ago when a small group at Freddie Mac forged our lasting partnership with Legal Services of Northern Virginia, or LSNV. With LSNV and now Tahira Justice Center as our partners, on-site clinics have become a core component of our pro bono program. Our employees also participate in off-site clinics supported by LSNV, Tahiri, and Whitman Walker Health. And we're looking forward to participating this spring in PBI's nationwide clinic event, pulling together a large number of in-house lawyers at financial institutions. Clinics have been a tremendous way to promote broad participation in pro bono across our legal division. Among the lawyers, the legal analysts, the administrative staff, and other legal professionals. Each time we host a clinic, we experience a renewed dedication to providing pro bono legal services. Just last year, nearly 100 LSNV clients received critical legal help that they could not otherwise afford. Similarly, our pro bono relationship with the Capital Area Immigrants' Rights Coalition, or CARE, as Marcus pointed out, had a humble beginning. We started as an experiment by one attorney. We now have multiple first chairs and more than 25 division employees who have worked on immigration matters for CARE and Whitman Walker Health clients. We built up such a level of expertise that we now can staff teams to handle some of the most complicated cases, notably without partnering with outside counsel. Our teams are recognized by judges as experts in the field, and they have obtained asylum, special immigrant juvenile visas, and other relief for more than a dozen immigrants, including children from El Salvador, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Ghana, Guatemala, and Honduras. One of our attorneys who's here today described his experience working on a CARE case as life-changing, when the court granted asylum for an Ethiopian man who was likely to suffer torture and possibly death if he were returned to his country. And it's extremely gratifying to us that CARE has replicated our team-based strategy and internal expertise development as a model for working with other in-house departments. The scalability and impact of our efforts can also be seen in our work developing a records retention policy for Fairfax Court-Appointed Special Advocates, or CASA, which serves children who have suffered from abuse and neglect. This policy has since been shared as a model with the other 26 CASA offices across Virginia. When I arrived at Freddie Mac last May, I was thrilled to find this remarkable, thriving pro bono program. However, I understand that the journey has had some bumps along the way, the last one in 2011 when we had to restart and became a signatory to the Corporate Pro Bono Challenge. Since then, we've revamped our pro bono working group involving employees all across the division, including all roles and departments. We established an annual pro bono plan, and we consistently approve how we measure our progress on goals and objectives. So what have we learned along the way? One important point is that leadership, especially visible leadership, is crucial. The division was fortunate to have this before I arrived, and I enthusiastically and visibly affirm it. Each of our on-site clinics is sponsored by a department within the legal division. And we just recently launched an internal pro bono website to enhance participation across our division, to promote awareness of our internal experts, to share resources, and to celebrate our successes. Another important point is that it's important to ask people what they're interested in and offer a menu of options and periodically update them. This helps ensure that everyone can put their skills to use in a way that's meaningful to them and, where desired, to enable them to develop new skills. We found the right partners for us. That's the third important learning. We literally could not do what we do without the training, support, expertise, and of course the clients we receive from our partners. We're very fortunate today to work with 5 great organizations, each of which is here with us today. I'd like to ask the representatives of the CARE Coalition, LSMV, Fairfax CASA, Whitman Walker Health, and Tahirih Justice Center to please stand. And of course, our success rests principally on the commitment of our employee participants in our pro bono program. Time and again, our employees demonstrate how they feel empowered to take chances, expand their expertise, and try new things. I would also point out that participating in pro bono teaches lawyers a fundamental skill, teaches all of our legal professionals a fundamental skill for representing clients, and that is to listen to a new audience and learn how to speak to a new audience. It's something that's fundamental to the practice of law and that really bears emphasis all the time. So getting the chance to move into a different space and hear the voice of a new client and to figure out how to express ideas to a new client is an exercise of a communication muscle that lawyers cannot repeat enough. We're fortunate to have some of our division employee participants in our pro bono program today. Could the Freddie Macers please stand? This award is for you. At Freddie Mac, our collective commitment has spanned across almost 3 decades because we have a shared vision that legal professionals have a solemn duty to provide legal services to those who cannot afford them. I salute and I honor each of my colleagues at Freddie Mac and your dedication to pro bono. And I thank all of you who are here today showing your dedication to helping those less fortunate and continually working on ways to improve quality of life for the neediest and access to justice for all. And our sincere gratitude to PBI, not just for this recognition, but for bringing us all together so that we can learn from each other and reminding us how we can all positively affect the world around us. Thank you.